Hello. So I'm going to be doing this Get Your Freak On tag that's going around. I'm getting kind of sick of seeing that title, to be completely honest with you, but I'm going to do this anyway because I'm actually intrigued by the questions. Okay, number one, what's a nickname only your family calls you? Dick. Yeah, my family calls me Dick. Basically, my sisters started calling me Richard for some reason. I have no idea why they started calling me Richard. Can't remember the reason for that. And so, to give a nickname to Richard, they started calling me Dick. What's a weird habit of yours? Weird habit? I have actually a lot of weird habits. One, my feet have to be sticking out of the blanket when I'm sleeping. When I'm sleeping, I have to be like this out of the blanket also because from here up needs to be exposed. Most of my weird habits, honestly, are like sleeping. Also, I have to smell everything. I have to touch everything. I think that might be the, part of the whole blind thing. I don't know. I pick food apart. I'm kind of a child like that. I can't just eat something. I need to pick things apart. Very, very picky about eating. I actually saw an episode of Obsessed that reminded me very much of myself, and it kind of freaked me out with the whole food thing. I have a lot of weird habits, honestly. I think I have issues. Do you have any weird phobias? Oh, let's see. My biggest phobia, okay, that I actually know the name of is emetophobia, which is the fear of throwing up. I am horrifically afraid of throwing up. I mean, nobody likes it. I don't think anybody is a fan of vomiting. I mean, if you are, I don't mean any offense, but I don't think anybody's a fan of it, but I am like afraid of it. It's a pretty common fear, actually. People just don't know the word for it, but I am so terrified of throwing up. It's a problem. And I'm terrified of mirrors. Like, which is a big reason why I don't have any mirrors bigger than like a little makeup mirror. I'm terrified of mirrors. I cannot stand mirrors, particularly bathroom mirrors. Ugh. I don't like landscape type of paintings. Like, if you've ever seen The Witches, you know what I'm talking about. I don't like weird paintings with like a house off in the distance or something like, oh, here's a nice lake and a little cabin. I don't like that shit. That Thomas Kincaid does not work for me. Biggest irrational fear would be this picture. Okay, and I'm gonna freak myself out just by talking about it. It's a picture, I don't know why I quoted that, a picture of this woman, and it's from the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark books. If you know the story, that's about this girl whose fiance killed her and put her in the basement. That picture, I'm seeing it in my head, I'm like freaking out, okay? That picture is my worst fear. Even throwing up is not even compared to how afraid of that picture I am. I am absolutely petrified of that picture. And if I swear, if anybody messages me that picture, you're banned. That's just, oh my god. Okay, moving on. What's a song you secretly love to blast and belt out when you're, I don't know, it's cut off? Alone in the car? I have no idea. I think it's Alone. I don't have one. I honestly don't have one song that I'm like that with because I have so many. What's one of your biggest pet peeves? Ugh. Okay, I've already talked about that I cannot stand like bodily sounds, particularly chewing. But so I'll name something else. Oh my god, I really hate when people are like sitting so close to me that they're just like, they're not quite touching me, but they're barely touching, like if I'm like this and just every now and then like I move or they move and they just like brush against me. Cannot stand that. I cannot stand that. Something else that kind of bothers me, okay, I'm a big writer, okay? I write all the time. I fill at least 2 journals every year. I'm big into writing. But this bothers me so much. Let's say I start a line, okay, I have a journal, and I start a line with the letter A. Okay, if the next line starts with the letter A, that drives me out of my mind. I have to try and make it so that the next line will start with another letter. Maybe that's a weird habit too, but it's a huge pet peeve of mine. Cannot stand that. What's one of your nervous habits? I have a lot of those too. I have anxiety problems, okay? And one of the ways that I kind of get through that is to like tear things into small pieces. It's kind of relaxing, so I do that. My legs will shake, like I'll shake my legs. I pace. What side of the bed do you sleep on? I have a full-size bed, and when I'm by myself, I kind of sleep in the middle of the bed. I have to give Lucy enough room. But when I'm sleeping with Danny, it is whatever side is closest to the door, because he does not like sleeping on the side that's closest to the door. He likes sleeping on whatever side is closest to the wall so that he can face the door. So I just get whichever side is not that one. What was your first stuffed animal and its name? Uno momento. This is Radar, and he is, I don't think he's my first stuffed animal ever, but he's one of the first, and I still sleep with him every night, so yeah. What's the drink you always order at Starbucks? I don't have one. What's the beauty rule you preach but never actually practice? I don't preach anything. I guess it would be not to fall for hyped up products, but I kind of do that to a degree. Sometimes I'll like not buy something on principle because it's hyped up, but a lot of the time I'll continue buying things even though I don't even like it because it's hyped up, and I keep on wanting to convince myself that it's good. Which way do you face in the shower? Okay, if the water is like coming down this way, I'm facing the other way. Like the back of my head has to be facing the water, not my face, because I get afraid of drowning in the shower for whatever reason. I don't like water being on my face too much. Do you have any weird body skills? Weird body skills. Okay, this isn't quite a skill, but I can turn my feet like all the way in because my feet are twisted. I'm not bow-legged. I've had questions like that. Am I bow-legged? No, I'm not. Also, I can pop my arms out of their sockets. I also can make quite a few animal noises, which is kind of strange, but I'm quite skilled. I will not do that right now, but if I get enough questions about it, I'll maybe think about it. What's your favorite comfort food slash food? Comfort food slash food. Can't they just say food? That's bad, but you love to eat it anyways. I don't honestly believe that most food is bad for you, to be completely honest. I think that even the bad foods, there are things in it that your body needs to sustain life. But I would probably have to say fries. Fries are probably the worst food that I am absolutely obsessed with. I could live off of them. I've mentioned this before. I could live off of fries if I was allowed to, meaning if somebody would go and get them for me on a multiple daily basis. What's a phrase or exclamation you always say? Honestly, and children cover your ears, I very often say go yourself on a pretty regular basis. It's like that phrase that I say that, like, if I'm frustrated or angry at like anything, like I'll just say to this lip balm randomly if I'm annoyed at it, like, oh, this doesn't work so good, you know, EOS lip balm, go yourself. It's like one of those phrases that, like, I'm not proud that I say it, but it makes me feel better to say it. Time to sleep. What are you actually wearing? What am I actually wearing? Actually, it depends on where I am. If I am at home, I'm usually in a t-shirt and pants. Yeah, I'm that person. I'm a lame ass when I'm at home. Okay, that's another weird habit. I can't, my skin can't be touching when I'm sleeping, so yeah, more often than not, I'm wearing pants. But if I'm at Danny's house, I'm usually in underwear. But again, my skin can't be touching, so I need to have like sheets or whatever between my legs. I just can't. Oh, you guys want to know another weird habit now that I'm thinking about it? When I'm sleeping, okay, more often than not, like, you see my blanket right here? My blanket? I have to be sleeping on top of that. And do you know why? Because I can't sleep on the wrinkles in the sheets. If the sheet is not perfectly flat, that will keep me awake. Just the little wrinkles in the sheets, that will keep me awake. I have princess in the peas syndrome. That's what I've been calling it because I don't know what it's called. I can't stand it. If there's like a slight little crumb on the bed, that will keep me awake. It's just, oh God, my body becomes so sensitive when I'm sleeping or trying to sleep. So that was fun, wasn't it? I hope that you guys learned something about me, and I hope that you're not gonna be like, oh, she doesn't like that picture in that book, so I need to unsubscribe because it's my favorite picture ever. I will tag some people below. Anybody who wants to do this, feel free. Free game. So I will talk to you guys later. Ta-ta!